stop the violence. Please stop the violence. Please stop the violence. Please stop the violence.
April the 16th, 2007. What a day in my life. My wife of almost 20 years of marriage, Wanda Harmon Shaw, the love of my life, succumbed to breast cancer. As a result of battling this 2.5 years, my wife, my beautiful wife, was able to touch so many lives. She was a very special person to me. We had 2 beautiful children, 3 beautiful children, Lauren, Justice, and Tiana. But my wife, she passed away on April 11th of 2007. The day that my wife passed away was the day that they had the shooting at Virginia Tech. On that day, it was very hard and challenging for me on that April the 16th of 2007 because, you know, no one wants to bury their wife at a young age, only 48 years old. My wife, Wanda, she went home to be with the Lord. And on that day, I was hurting so bad in my heart. And the next day, as I'm in the mirror shaving, have shaving cream on my face, shaving cream on my head, and I knew that this shooting had taken place at Virginia Tech, where 32 students and faculty had lost their lives as a result of a young man going into the classrooms there and shooting and killing those 32 young people. I knew they were hurting. I was hurting. And I felt in my heart that I needed to go to Virginia Tech to be with them. It would help me with the hurt, this pain that I'm feeling in my body. I'm sure there are you all out there that have lost loved ones, and you know how this can be. So I'm hurting really bad in my heart. So I called a friend and I told him I need to get to Virginia Tech. I want to go up, be with the students, be with the faculty, and let them know that I'm concerned, and also to share with them I've also lost a loved one, not to a firing or a shooting death as they've experienced, but to have lost my wife to breast cancer was very challenging. So I went to Virginia Tech for a day. This is a picture of me that my sister sent me from the Richmond paper. This was national news. And my sister from Richmond, Virginia sent me this picture that was on the front page of the newspaper where I was actually praying with, and I was with the students to let them know that I had also lost my wife. And as you can see, there's a picture of my wife on my t-shirt. And this young man here has Virginia Tech on his shirt. So this was the 18th, the day after the 17th, which was the next day after my wife had her eulogy. So I went there, and I was with the students, and that was really comforting for me to be with them, to let them know that I loved them, I cared about them. And so that was real good for me to go there and to be there, not knowing that when I had this voice of this in my heart that said, you know, it'll be a part of your healing process. So I come back after doing this video, and I created a message that I wanted to somehow honor my wife. And that's about 2 months after I got back from Virginia Tech in April. I created a message called Love, Forgive, Please Stop the Violence. Because in the midst of what happened with that young man, we still have to give love, but we also have to forgive so that we can move on when challenges and trials happen, as it did at Virginia Tech. So I put the 32, the number 32 for the 32 people that lost their lives at Virginia Tech. In November of that year, 2007, a guy named Sean Taylor with the Washington Redskins, 3 guys broke into his house, they shot him in the leg, and Sean Taylor passed away at also a very young age as he was playing football with the Washington Redskins. I put a W on everything that I do to honor my wife, and I put the W on this sticker, this first one that we created. About 3 months after this sticker was made, I'm on my way to work, and it came to my heart to count all the letters on this sticker. Love, forgive, please stop the violence. When I counted love, forgive, please stop the violence, there are 32 letters, and I didn't know that. That was very, very, just really mind-blowing to me that there were 32 letters to the number of people that died at Virginia Tech. I wrote a little bit further, and it came to my heart to just count please stop the violence. When I counted please stop the violence, there were 21 letters, Sean Taylor's football number. And I knew at that time something very special was happening with me as a result of my going to Virginia Tech and creating this message, love, forgive, please stop the violence. And the last part, my wife Wanda, the W here, she died on 4/11/07, April the 11th of 2007. I counted love. 1, 2, 3, 4. April, the 4th month. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 was the date that my wife passed away. And going back and counting, forgive again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4/11/07. All of that was on this sticker, and I didn't know it when we created this. But now, this sticker is being redone, and we created a band that we use to share the importance of loving and forgiving, but also to honor those young people and those faculty people that lost their lives. Red being for bullying and violence, to honor them, and pink, we know pink honors cancer and loved ones that have lost their lives to cancer. So we put the honor band on this sticker. We kind of elevated and graduated to having the honor band put on the sticker, so that we wear it on our wrist, but we also wear it on the back of cars, and people put them on their businesses. This sticker has really been outstanding in that we've given away over 250,000. We're unique thing about this message, and I'll talk later about it, we're never going to ever sell it. It's always going to be free, and that's what makes this unique and special. So found out later that 9 plus 11 is 20, plus 1 is 21, and we know that was one of the most awful days in our lives as far as violence is concerned. That's the day that planes were flown into buildings in New York, and planes crashed in Washington and different places where over 4,000 people lost their lives. Firemen, police officers, and different people lost their lives. So every one of our stickers has a 32. It has a 32 on it, the 21, and also now 9/11, because when you count 9 plus 11 is 20, plus 1 is 21, which again is please stop the violence. So somehow all those numbers work out, and they're going to always be on the sticker. This sticker also has a very important quote on it that says, "To love and forgive is the wonderful way to live." It really is. I patterned my life by it. It's so powerful when we can love, but we can also forgive those that have done us wrong. It's such a powerful statement and word. And on the bottom of the sticker it says, "This sticker honors all people living and deceased." So that means your loved ones, my loved ones, from creation until the end of creation. This is the only message that I know of that honors all people ever born upon the face of the earth. And we do a special emphasis on students. That means every student, from pre-K through college. If you're a student in school, then this, again, we put special emphasis on that. And naturally, having been in the military, I know how important our soldiers are and what they've done for us as a country. So I make sure that I put military on every sticker that has been made or ever will be made. We want to put students and military to honor those people as we are able to give this message away in schools. And the amazing thing about my wife passing away 2007, 9 days from 6 years of my wife passing away, I experienced the death also of my son to cancer. Cancer started in his left knee. He was an athlete. He was very fast for you guys out there that are athletes and ladies. He ran a 4.340, very fast. Justice Shaw, who was only 22 years old. He was diagnosed at 19 years old with cancer. He did a full knee replacement. We did a full knee replacement, chemotherapy, radiation, everything that he could do to fight this cancer in his knee, as he did when he played football, as you can see on this picture. He did that, and April the 2nd of 2013, my son, only 22 years old, went home to be with the Lord. He passed away, and he wrote his own obituary. That's the amazing thing about it. He wrote who he wanted to preach his service, who he wanted to be his pallbearers, who he wanted to do everything in that service. My daughter, his sister, sang in this service. So this is a very special young man in that there were over 1,200 people at his service. Touched a lot of lives. He served his purpose here on earth, and I'm just so happy to have called him and had him as my son for the 22 years that I had. And what is so unique about my life is that I was always eager and desiring to be a drill sergeant in the military. I served 8.5 years our country, and I decided that I wanted to be a drill sergeant. So I volunteered to be a drill sergeant. I came to Fort Jackson South Carolina, and I trained soldiers for 2.5 years. That's when I realized I could stand before people and speak and motivate them to make right choices and doing things of that nature. So I was in the military, training soldiers at Fort Jackson, and we were able to see the transformation from young people to, I mean, just green straight out of high school and young, and then coming in, and we were able to train them to young men. And so I knew at that time I had a gift to be able to help young people transition from one thing in their lives and now transition from negative things to positive things. A lot of what I'm talking about today has to do with my military experience and making the right choices, using certain words, honoring those that are in authority over you, like we had to do in the military. We had to do that. And so I'm eager to be able to go into the schools and do that with young people as I did with my military time as a drill sergeant. I had an opportunity to go to Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, where our congressman over there was shot, Ms. Gifford, along with a little girl named Miss Taylor, a young girl, only 9 years old, having been at the wrong place at the wrong time, lost her life. I was motivated to go there to give away over 21,000 honor bands. We were able to do that in 21 days. We were able to give those away over there, as well as some of our posters that you see here. We were able to go there, and everywhere I've gone, people have taken care of me and been so nice to me when we go and give this message away. I've also gone to New York, where 9/11, again, I mentioned that earlier. I've gone to New York, and we've given away honor bands and stickers there. I gave away over 21,000 stickers there to the police department and different people there. So we've given this honor band away there. I've gone to Connecticut, where we had the shooting there with those 20 children. Heartbreaking. I was there the very next week. I went there because I wanted to let the people in Newtown, Connecticut know that I cared about people like this little girl right here, Grace Audrey McDonald, at 5 or 6 years old, that lost her life that day. One of the 20 children, along with the 6 adults that lost their lives, the teachers that lost their lives in the school by that young man that went in and killed him. So I was able to go there, and I gave away 21,000 honor band stickers, and I was able to give away over 6,000 of the honor bands to students and different people in the community. So that was really, really good with me to be able to do that. Again, the students, talk about little Christina Taylor in Arizona. I know I'm kind of coming back here. They sent me this picture of little Christina Taylor and said, thank you for giving us honor bands at her school. There are signatures here, names. There are names of the people that in her class. And the teacher wrote me this. She said, thank you, Mr. Shaw, for thinking of our school and sending us the honor bands. Your generosity touched our hearts. And that was really special for me. And so this is near and dear to my heart. As a matter of fact, she was born on 9/11. Christina was born on 9/11. One of, I think, about 50 people that were born on 9/11. With some research done on that. But the little butterfly, she loved to draw butterflies. And so that was really neat that happened, and we were able to do that. But that's our goal. We want to continue to travel. Talk about current events right now. We know that we've just had a tremendous thing happen in Charleston, South Carolina, with the loss of the 9 people that lost their lives there. And you see the poster here. I was in Baltimore, Maryland, because I travel the nation now. I was honoring Freddie Gray, as well as everything that happened up there with the police and all that. And I was able to get this poster there where a lot of people knew I was going to go to Charleston. The shooting happened on that Wednesday. I was downtown with them, and they made this of the people in Baltimore. And so I brought this poster from Baltimore, Maryland, and I was able to take it. And a lot of people have signed it on the front and the rear of this poster, because all of them couldn't go with me to Charleston. So they said, "Could you take my name with you?" And so that was pretty neat. We probably have over 600 or 700 or more names on this poster. And so those are people that we want to honor. I have all the obituaries here of people like Reverend Pinckney, to the young man 26 years old, to the oldest person that lost her life that day, Miss Hurd, who lost her life. We have all the people that lost their lives 9/11. And so when I go into schools, I don't want them to just be remembered one day. I want them to always be remembered. And so this is a way for me to say, I am motivated. I care about the fact that these young people, just like my son, my wife, lost their lives too early. And I want to be able to honor them with the honor band. And that's why it's called and named Honor Band for that reason. We honor ourselves first, but we honor these loved ones. And what greater way to do that than to wear this honor band on our wrist, to put the honor band on our cars and on buildings and things of that nature. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to be going to Charleston. I want to eventually get to Texas, where we had 5 soldiers lose their lives. I talked about having military written on this sticker. It's to honor every military person that's ever put the uniform on, and especially those 5 soldiers right now, because that's something that's near and dear just happened. Along with what just happened in Louisiana, where another man goes into a movie theater. We saw this happen in Colorado, in Aurora, where this man went in and he shot those 12 people. I have it on the side of my car. I honor those 12 people that lost their lives. But now we honor, the 2 people also that lost their lives by this man that went in and he killed those 2 people and shot 8 other people. And so 7 other people. And we are wanting to make a statement that we care about things like this that happen. And what better way to honor people than all of us? If you're watching this, find a way to get with me so you can have one of these. We have football players, athletes that have worn these as they play football games. We want, people to wear this. This happened to be a couple of the Panther players. They're wearing the honor band. Our children are going to be motivated to wear this honor band when they see athletes and entertainers and even the president, of the United States. Hopefully, he and his family will get an honor band and wear them. And again, what makes it so unique is that we're never going to sell it. We do contributions, we take contributions, but we're never going to sell this honor band. A friend of mine, James Brown, with CBS Sports, he wears an honor band as he commentates. Everyone sees him on Sunday. He's a good friend of mine. He is on board what I've been called to do to make a difference in our communities, in our lives, by honoring people with an honor band that we wear on our wrist, as well as this honor band that we place on buildings, cars. And our goal, we have a tremendous goal. We want to do at least 2 million in each state, honor bands and stickers. We want to put one of these posters, this poster that's so unique. And I got this from the military, because we had to learn how to think. We had to stop and think positive and be positive, just like the traffic light. To slow down and apply these 4 key words that I've learned in the military. We had to have discipline. We had to have a love for the military and ourselves. Respect was a big deal in the military, and responsibility also. And so these are words that I learned in the military that I placed on this traffic light message. Take these 4 key words and go unlock your dreams as we teach the importance of love, forgive, and honor. I'm also excited about this honor band as well again, because on this honor band it's going to have a quote that's on our brochure that has our mission statement in it that says, "I value myself and others." It happened to be 21 letters. We heard that number before, which is to please stop violence. But anyway, we are excited about this entire message. I know that when you wear this honor band, you're being honored, as well as you're going to honor all of those people that we've talked about today, and we continue to make a difference throughout our nation and even the world by wearing these honor bands, placing these stickers on our cars, on buildings, wherever we can get this message out to honor all our loved ones. Again, this sticker, this time it also, we put the CE9, which is not only the Emmanuel 9 for the E, but the C is for the Charleston 9. There were 9 firefighters 8 years ago, the same year I lost my wife, that went to a fire and the roof caved in on them and they lost their lives. So we have those 9 families also as the other 9 families that lost their lives there in that fire. So when you do the math, we're talking CE9, which is the Charleston 9 and the Emmanuel 9, but add the numbers together. 9 plus 9 is what? 18. When you do 8 plus 1, that's 9. Multiply it. When you multiply 9 times 9, what do you get? You get 81. Again, 8 plus 1 is 9. It's somehow these numbers are working together, and we know all of these lives happen, and we have to make these lives still matter in what happened to them. And that's why we're so honored to be a vision that honors them, and we're going to continue to honor their lives as we do. Honor Band and Honor Band message is a very powerful one. It's so needed in our school system in that schools are looking for something positive that our young people can have to help change their mindset. And the Honor Band message is perfect for that, in that we're able to give them this honor band that we can talk about it. Again, the quote that's on this honor band that says, the millions that we're going to be giving away, it's going to say, I value myself and others. On the inside of this honor band, it's going to have the words, to love and forgive is the wonderful way to live, as well as CE9 for the Charleston, as well as the Emmanuel 9 that lost their lives in Charleston. Naturally, we can't put everyone on the sticker, but you know that this honors your loved ones as well as others that have lost their lives. So we're excited about taking this into schools. We want every child to have an opportunity in our school system from the pre-K through college to get an honor band. We want to be able to give them an honor band in the school system, and we give them an honor band sticker to take home to give to their parents to put on their cars or to share with them what this message is all about. So we're excited about that. We want to put one of these posters, one of these traffic light message, anti-bullying posters in every classroom in the nation. That's a goal of mine, and I believe it can happen as we work together as one people doing that throughout the United States and even the world. The honor bands is always free. What is good about it is I was told and instructed a long time ago to never sell this that I've been freely given. So our goal with that is to be able to raise the monies through people like yourself that are watching this that would say, you know what, I want to give to that. If that's going to reach young people and make a difference in their lives, I want to be able to give to that. So it takes money to give away millions of them. Naturally, we got to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it takes, everyone giving a little bit here or there, and we can get the job done. Also, we want to be able to give millions of these. We're talking about 1 million honor bands and 1 million stickers minimum in each state, which if you do the math, and we think 50 states, we're talking about 100 million honor bands and stickers being given out. And you'll see them on cars. You'll see them being worn on people's wrists. If you're out there and you're an athlete, you're an entertainer, whoever you might be, we want you to wear one of these. We want you to put it on your car. I put it on my Mercedes when I get it, if I ever get one. It doesn't matter the car. This is the message that people need to see. And all of us can do this together. It's free, very free. It's simple, and it definitely is making a difference in the lives of people. Having given away over 250,000, I see a lot of them on cars in the community and around the area, and people come up to me all the time wanting these. Our little children, it's amazing how a young child will say, well, I lost mine, or it broke, and do you have another honor band? I miss wearing it so much. So we want to be able to put these honor bands on the wrist of our children. I enjoy wearing mine. I wear it every day because I know there are days when I look down on this honor band and I'm reminded to honor those people like New York that were jumping out of buildings on that day, and others that have lost their lives because of senseless acts of other people and have those negative thoughts come and they didn't deal with them in a positive way. So it's an exciting time to be able to give away a free message. So come on board, be a part of this. I know you'll feel good when you are able to come on board and be a part, and you see millions of these being given away throughout the nation and the world. And we're going to continue to do it till every young person that wants one of these has an opportunity to get one, as well as in our homes with families. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to peace, I wave a flag of harmony, and honestly I wanna be a soldier in the brotherhood of unity who's with me. We all have a right to free speech, so speak peace, to be free, to bring peace, to violent confrontations and end them differently. You and me can change things, for better or for worse, no matter how worse it gets, we can be friends. Put an end to violence, come together, love one another, and when things get hard, you can lean on your brother. Muslims or Christians, blacks or white, why do we always have to fight? We can all triumph, if we all come together, we can all
Stop the violence.
It needs serious attention. It kills with the quickness like a cancer with a vengeance. I'm tired of hearing guns clapping, lights flashing, cops choosing minorities for target practice. Protect and serve and protect. Dirty cops on the job, leaving them dead. Skin color, language, and what separates us is the lack of respect for this great nation. On the streets, home